Okay, guys, I'm going to give you my thoughts and my impressions of James Harden making his debut with the Los Angeles Clippers, playing alongside Russell Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George. So I'm just going to be talking about, in retrospect, this unit, as well as last night's game. Now, here's my thoughts and my impressions on the foreseeable future of the Los Angeles Clippers. And I talked about this on several occasions. A lot of you guys in the comment section don't get where I'm coming from. A lot of you guys think that I'm hating. A lot of you guys think I got a lot of salt. But I'm just telling you guys, to make this kind of understanding to a lot of you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are James Harden fans, Russell Westbrook fans, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard fans, Los Angeles Clippers fans, and sometimes fans don't see the forest from the trees. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. The Los Angeles Clippers are like 4 left shoes. Now, in retrospect, a lot of people are going to look at this glass half full type of analogy and go, I got 4 pairs of shoes. I got 2 pairs of shoes. But in reality, you just got 4 left shoes. What are you going to do with 4 left shoes? You can't use one of the left shoes for your right foot. It's not going to fit. There's no one else that's interested in using or selling. You can sell them off to somebody. They're useless. They're just 4 freaking left shoes. And that's what I look at in retrospect with the Los Angeles Clippers. You got Russell Westbrook, a left shoe. You got James Harden, a left shoe. You got Paul George, a left shoe. And you got Kawhi Leonard, another left shoe. These guys all basically play the same position. Now, I said when this trade was when this trade was official, and I also said this when Russell Westbrook joined the Clippers. I said ultimately someone is going to have to take a big sacrifice, similar to what Dwayne Wade and LeBron James did with the Miami Heat. When LeBron James went to the Miami Heat along with Chris Bosh, the first year it didn't meet their expectations. But the following year, Dwayne Wade took the biggest sacrifice for the Heels and said, you know what? We're just going to let LeBron James take control, and I'm just going to take a step back. Instead of this, one night it's going to be your night to shine. The next night it's going to be my time to shine. Instead of doing all that, we're just going to let the offense run around LeBron James. And then that second year and beyond, that was very successful. And I said that's pretty much going to have to happen with the Los Angeles Clippers. Kawhi Leonard or Paul George is going to have to say to these other 2 guys, you know what? I'm going to take a major step back. I'm going to sacrifice. I understand that I'm not going to get a lot of touches on the ball. Understand I'm not going to be the focal point when it comes to offensive plays, set screens, or anything like that. I'm just going to go out there and contribute to the team. No matter if I score 20 points, no matter if I D up the best defender on the other side, no matter if I get loose balls, no matter if I get rebounds, no matter if I get assists, okay, I'm going to sacrifice and take the biggest L for this team as far as stroking my ego. And I feel like that was the only way this was going to work. Now, last night, I saw some shiny moments, okay? But you guys are well aware they was playing the New York Knicks. And the New York Knicks is they don't know what they are. They just got a bunch of random pieces with the Knicks that sort of really don't fit. They're the younger version of the Los Angeles Clippers. I hope you guys know that, okay? RJ Barrett, and they just got a bunch of random pieces that really don't fit well together, but they're nice pieces and they're younger pieces. And down the road, if it doesn't work out, the Clippers have a lot of collateral. They can sell off some of these pieces and get draft picks or pieces in return that will make this team a very successful team. With the Clippers, you got an older version of pieces. Not necessarily no one wants these pieces, but they're older pieces. They're older yet expensive pieces. They're not going to gel right. They're not going to work. Okay? And like I said, these guys pretty much play the same position. They pretty much play the same way. I guess Kawhi Leonard can basically, play along with them. And I guess out of the three, maybe Kawhi Leonard, maybe Paul George can take a step back and say, you know what? Let's get a full understanding. Let's make everybody happy. And I'm just going to take a step back. You might get that from Paul George. You might get that from Kawhi Leonard. I'm not too sure you're going to get that from Russell Westbrook. Now, Russell Westbrook will say the right things, but that don't necessarily mean he's going to do the right things. And James Harden, he's going to look at this like, okay, I've been there and done that with the sacrifice road, okay? I did that early on in my career with the Oklahoma City Thunder. I sort of did that with the Houston Rockets, all right? I definitely did that with the Brooklyn Nets, and I kind of let the offense float around Joel Embiid in Philadelphia, and I don't want to do that no more. I have done that multiple times, and multiple times, I'm not reaping these rewards. So why should I do that? But I'm pretty sure James Harden is going to say the right things around the coaching staff, around the reporters, around the fans. Over the weekend he said that he's the system. He's not a system player. Whatever catch and shoot he's trying to narrative he's trying to push out there on social media. That's fine. That's dandy. Okay, I get that. But you see how they were struggling with the Knicks. A younger team with a bunch of pieces that don't necessarily gel. What y'all think they're going to do with the Boston Celtics, the Milwaukee Bucks? In a small order of affairs, maybe the Golden State Warriors. What about the Sacramento Kings? What about the Oklahoma City Thunder? The Oklahoma City Thunder has a phenomenal team. Do New Orleans Pelicans? I mean, teams in their own conference, they're going to have a hard time with these teams. Now, in a 3-game series, they may win 1 game out of 3. But when you go into the playoffs, how that translates into success or long-term success in the playoffs. Now, I commend, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George pushing James Harden to La La Land, to the Clippers. And, Russell Westbrook has improved since he's been with the Clippers. I get all of that, but collectively, this is not going to work. This is a recipe of disasters of large proportions. It's like having 4 gourmet cooks in the same kitchen making tomato soup, and each gourmet cook doesn't know what the other gourmet cook put in the gourmet soup. The first ingredient everybody puts in anything is salt. You got one gourmet cook already done put salt in it. He left the kitchen. Then you got another gourmet cook, sees it bubbling. He pours salt in it, and likewise with the other 2. I just don't see ultimately this working long term. Short term, yeah, they're going to look very impressive with the less than fortunate teams, and they're going to split with the mediocre to average teams. But when they start playing very competitive teams that's got considerably more talent than the Los Angeles Clippers that have, been together for quite some time now. They're going to struggle. Now, I think they're going to be an average 500 team in the season. They're going to do some extraordinary things, this, that, and the third, but how does all this multiply into their success in the playoffs? Because at the end of the day, it's still one ball. When the playoffs start, fans don't get this. And that's why fans get blindsided with the individual stats and the individual accomplishments and the dunks and the last second shot and the 3-point game. Fans get blindsided by that, but it doesn't matter. Every year, every decade, particularly in the playoffs, the game slows down. It becomes a half-court game, and basically the team that makes the least amount mistakes and the team that capitalizes on the other team mistake, plus it doesn't hurt to make a defensive run here and there, they're going to win 9 times out of 10 in a series. They're going to win. I don't see the Clippers doing that. I just don't see them, as this top tier defender team. I don't see them as this explosive offensive team. I just don't see it. I mean, like I said earlier, they're going to expose the weaker teams. They're going to capitalize off the weaker teams. They're going to get a lot of W's than L's. When it comes to the average teams, they're going to split. And when it comes to the teams that they're going to compete, they're either going to lose those ball games or they're going to be very close. This game was very close with the Knicks, and the Knicks do not have a hellified team. All right, so that's my retrospect of everything. I mean, I'm pretty sure people are going to be in the comment sections making excuses for the Los Angeles Clippers. People are going to already be in the comment section in their feelings talking about, when Kawhi plays more games or get more minutes, you're going to see the improvement. And when James Harden starts gelling with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, you're going to see the improvements. Ty Lue is going to have to make sacrifice, make changes, like maybe Russell coming off the bench. Just James Harden and Russell Westbrook, that's not even going to work. Now, they've been there and done that in Houston. They have already tried this in Houston, and it didn't work. And that was years ago. Russell Westbrook is much older. James Harden is much older. These guys are not going to get a multi-year contract like they used to in their prime. They're going to get a year-to-year contract, particularly James Harden. There's not a team in the National Basketball Association that's going to give him a long-term contract or a 4-year contract or a 3-year contract. People don't want to deal with James Harden. He's more trouble than he's worth. So, I mean, fans are going to be in the comment section trying to make sense in a bad situation, trying to make this is the best trade ever, because they're fans. They're blinded in the moment, and I don't go in on a lot of people. And then you're gonna have these stat guys. Well, between the first 5 minutes in the first quarter, Russell Westbrook he controls the ball, the tempo of the ball game, and 7 or 8 minutes of the clock before halftime, Kawhi Leonard, when he gets the ball, the team is 4-0, and Paul George is a great defender, and James Harden, he shoots, but man, if you just let him just be a facilitator, he does extraordinary things, particularly on the outside with the pick and roll. And people are going to make they're going to come up with all these stats, and at the end of the day, these stats don't mean absolutely nothing. It's just bullshit. At the end of the day, When the playoffs start, the games become slower. It's a half-court game. And like I said, the team that makes the least amount of mistakes capitalizes on the other team's mistakes, a couple of runs, defensive runs here and there. 10 times out of 10, those teams win. So y'all can say whatever y'all want to say in the comment section. I'm not even going to hate on you. I'm not even going to say anything. Y'all just comment away. Guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces.